Yo, what is up, y'all boys? Welcome back to another video. You see the G behind me. Welcome back. This is gonna be part 2 of the manual swap. To be honest, I don't even know how many parts it's gonna be, but as you can see right now, we are at On Point Parts, and we got the G over there still working. Y'all showed mad love on the last video, part 1, so I just want to thank y'all so much for that. But I actually just got out of class, and I got a few hours to work on the G today, and I'm just gonna update y'all on what I got going on, what I've been working on the past day, or the last day I've been here. I haven't really been filming too much of the process because I'm not really trying to make this a tutorial, but just like document what I got going on and stuff. And I also been trying to get this thing done, man, because I thought last week Thursday I was gonna be done with this whole swap, but no, it's just some little stuff that I run into that just takes a long time to get done. So yeah, we're still making progress. I'm gonna go ahead and flip the cam and show y'all what we got going on. The G's been sitting for like 2 weeks just collecting dust while we get done with this manual swap. As you can see, we've got the handbrake mounted in there with 3 bolts. It's not tightened in all the way. The manual G35 chassis is a little different from the automatic, so getting this in here was kind of weird. I had to get my own hardware and stuff like that, but it is mounted. No, it doesn't work all good because my e-brake assembly was already broken before I even started this manual swap, and I just never fixed my e-brake. So I think it has to do something with the drum in there, or I don't know, we'll figure that out. But this is mounted and it is connected to the rest of the wires underneath the car. This part didn't really take too long, but the part that took so long to complete was first, this is, as you can see, this is clearly the manual brake pedal. It is smaller to make space for the manual clutch pedal. That's not in there yet, but me trying to get the automatic brake pedal out was so toxic, bro. It took me like 2 to 3 hours to get it out because there's 4 bolts right here, one right there, one right there. There's one right there that I couldn't access. You can't see it, but there's one right there that it took me 2 hours to get that out, bro. Just some stupid BS. And then there's another bolt over there, and there's a support bolt that goes to the top of the brake pedal, and that was also hard to get to, but that only took me like 20 minutes. And then getting the brake pedal in, the new one with the master cylinder still in there, was also toxic, bro. That shit took me like an hour and 30 minutes. I don't even know, but that took up too much time. That's basically what I did all that day. I think that was like Monday. I've been working on taking that support brace for the foot brake, or not the foot brake, the foot e-brake, because there was a bracket that held that in place, and I needed to take that out in order to mount that clutch pedal right there. Thanks to Mike, I have this little template cut out of another manual G35 to see where I need to cut out the holes for the master cylinder for that clutch pedal. And we've just got another manual G35 sitting over here, so I'm gonna open this door up, and it's a little drift G35, nothing too crazy. And since this one has all 3 pedals, I'll just take measurements of the bolts and see exactly where I need to drill the holes. I'm in class right now, let me turn this down real quick. But in the last clip, I told y'all that we're gonna be mounting the clutch pedal and things of that nature. So I went ahead and drilled the holes for the master cylinder and for the clutch pedal, so that should be good. And in my parts box, I got this Willwood or Wildwood, I don't know really how to pronounce it, master cylinder. This is upgraded from the OEM. I didn't have to get this, but I was like, why not get the good stuff, you know what I'm saying? People were saying that it is way easier to bleed the clutch with this. I'm not too sure how true that is, but we'll see. Down here real quick so I can show y'all how it fits. Obviously, it's not going to be going in from the inside. It's going in from the outside. Actually, I'll probably go in from over here and show y'all. Never mind, that won't work. I just tried to go put this in there, but I'm going to have to take out the brake booster later. So just go back to the inside and show y'all. This is the best way I can get the camera in, but it's going to be mirrored, so this is upside down, but just like that. And the holes are perfect, and it fits just right. Pause, no duty. Now, there's 2 problems with this. Number 1, it doesn't fit over there because I need to remove the brake booster, which is not a big problem, so I'll just have to do that later. And number 2 is I don't have any nuts right here to secure the clutch pedal in place, so I'm gonna have to go to the hardware store and get some nuts that fit. So now it's time to take a cool little side mission to Ace Hardware, bringing this master cylinder with me. The weather is so sad outside. I don't even got no umbrella, but I'm finna thug it out. Take a look at this too. The Daily got bald tires in the front. Am I cooked? Oh my gosh, look at that. Bald as hell. I might be cooked, I ain't gonna lie. Oh man, so the last footage y'all seen was last week Tuesday. I came back to work on the car last week Thursday as well, and this is what I had to do because the Willwood master cylinder does not actually clear the brake booster bracket, or not the brake booster, the ABS block or whatever. So we had to take out the ABS block, take out all the fittings right here, the screws or whatever, and we also had to modify the bracket. And what me and Mike did was we took this out, and then he cut the bracket so that hopefully it will clear the Willwood master cylinder. We could bolt it in. I had to take that out, all that stuff out, the bracket out. I had to take the fender liner out over here, and I also had to take out the cowl and the windshield wipers. So, and I was also debating if I should delete the windshield wipers, but this is a street car, so if my daily ever breaks down, this is what I'll be driving. So if it rains, I'm gonna need these, so it's just gonna be smart to keep those in. Since the master cylinder is in there, we're gonna go to the inside, grab this clutch pedal, and see if it fits and bolt it down. And while I was at it last week, I also painted the part that I cut of the transmission tunnel so it doesn't rust, because that primer wasn't really all that good. You can see the master cylinder over there poking through, and I'm just gonna grab this and hopefully it all works out. We've officially got 3 pedals in the G35, man. I did bolt down the master cylinder. I'm gonna have to get someone to fabricate or make my own brace, because it's only held in by those 2 bolts, and that's not good for the clutch pedal, the way I'm gonna be banging these gears and stuff like that. So the clutch pedal does come with like a support bolt, but since this is custom mounted, it doesn't align anymore. There's nowhere to bolt it in because it's an automatic chassis, but gonna have to figure out a way to make a support for that. But yeah, we've officially got 3 pedals in the G. So now over here, what I'm currently working on is putting back this looks like a whole mess, looks like brain surgery, but putting back the ABS mechanism box or whatever. I've got to use some of these open-end wrenches, literally open-end wrenches, so it's like a 5-point to get through here and then turn them. Won't lie, there is a lot of tedious stuff about this swap, and this was one of them, because I had to take off all of this trim, the windshield wipers, all the bolts. I had to get special wrenches to take this off, the ABS. Yeah, we've got the master cylinder in right there. You can kind of see it. It's all in between the wires and stuff, but the Willwood master cylinder is in there. I gotta plug up these 2 connectors. The banjo bolt was in. The clutch fluid reservoir is in as well, and then the ABS is all bolted in how it's supposed to be. Take another look at the pedals. The clutch pedal is in, the brake pedal is in, so all of that is taken care of. We're low-key ready to just put the transmission in. I'm not gonna be able to do it today because I do have to go back to class. So in my manual swap box right here, I got 2 boxes for all my parts. I've got a brand new shifter spring for the shifter for the transmission, and I do have a new cup as well, but I don't know how to take off this old cup that came with this shifter. I might just leave it on, to be honest, because just because it's dirty doesn't really affect the performance. I hope not. But I'll put this new spring on the bottom and just mount this to the transmission right there. Brand new. This stuff has been sitting under my bed for like the past year. Put it in, and I don't know if I should be shifting it without like it in the car or whatever, but man, it shifts like how it should. Goes into 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and it goes into 6th as well. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and put on this new bracket as well. This one was used that I got with the brand new bolts that I got from Nissan as well. 2 of them are in, and the last one is, I'm just hand threading them right now because I'm not too sure. I'm gonna have to take this out again to actually put it in the car. Hopefully I don't have to take this off and redo it, but yeah, looks good. That's missing for right there is this shift boot retaining plate. Just slap on top for like these. Hey, barely want to go on. Yep, it's on there good now. And since the transmission is out, another thing that I want to put in is these GK Tech shifter springs. This set of 2, or I don't know, yeah, set of, there's 4 in there, right? No, I think I'm missing one. I'm not too sure. Oh no, all of them are in there. But these are the GK Tech shifter springs I already put in right here, and that's gonna improve the shifter feel. I really did not have to get this, but you know what I'm saying, I had a year to get all the stuff that I really wanted to get, so you know, might as well. There's 2 sets of shifters, one thicker than the other set. I'm gonna go ahead and take the thicker set for the improved shifter feel, and all I gotta do is crack off these right here, and the shifter should come out. Hopefully it doesn't like shoot out. As you can see, the shifter spring is out. This is the old one. It's pretty thin compared to the the thicker one, you can see the difference. Yeah, it's thinner. I'm gonna need some thread sealer for this aluminum cap, and I don't have any, so I'm gonna have to make a quick trip to AutoZone to get some of that. And you know what I'm saying, had to make a quick trip to McDonald's as well. The two new shifter springs are in, and I can kind of tell it. I can already tell a difference right now. Actually, feels a lot more stiff, a lot more firm, a lot more clicky, and that's exactly what I wanted. So that's set. Now that this is taken care of, the next thing we're gonna do while the transmission is out of the car is replace this old rusty throwout bearing. And yeah, this thing clearly needs to be replaced. It's rusty and gooey and all that type of stuff. I'm gonna just go ahead and throw this away right now. So my manual swap boxes. Right here, you got the new throwout bearing that we're going to be using, as well as a new pivot ball that we're going to be putting in. Take a look at the pivot ball in there too. That thing looks nasty. I'm going to be replacing it with this one. It should be all good. Look at how nasty that one is. Yeah, it's been through it. I ain't gonna lie. Apply some thread locker to the new one. This is the old one. But I'm going to apply just a little bit of thread locker on that one. Here's the new pivot ball right here. It is chromoly, and I'm just going to put a little bit of the blue thread locker on here. That should be good, to be honest. And just thread it in here. I actually don't have a 1/2-inch torque wrench, so I'm just gonna wing it. It should be about 20 pounds though, so we'll go for something like that. Just like that, the new throwout bearing and the new pivot ball is in. I did put some grease on the input shaft on that part right there. I might put the slave cylinder in now because the transmission is out, but I don't want the transmission to roll around and crush the slave cylinder or anything like that, so we'll see. Here is the new slave cylinder that came with my clutch kit. I'm going to be throwing this on, and thank God my transmission came with these bolts still in here. This is what the new slave cylinder is looking like in there. I just hand tightened it, and over here I've got my brand new torque wrench that I use for the clutch and stuff like that, and I'm just going to torque these bolts down to 17 foot-pounds. Now that's pretty much it on what we have to do before I put the transmission in. There is one more thing that I have to do, and I just want to bolt on the or bolt together that drive shaft, the manual drive shaft that I have, because it is in two pieces right now because that's how it came and it had to get shipped. And here it is right here. This is a manual G35 drive shaft for the G35 coupe because it is different for the sedan. I'm gonna just move this over here so I have more space to work on it and it's not all in a mess. Now there is a specific way that this has to be mounted, and it's gonna have to be in this line right here, because if I were to mount it any other way, it would be unbalanced. And thank God the person who shipped this out had wrote something on here, and I would assume that it would be in a line like this, because it's gonna be balanced this way. If I were to mount it like that, it would be unbalanced and it would be a lot of vibrations or worse. And it did come with the hardware as well, so I'm happy about that. The manual drive shaft is all set to go. I added some blue thread locker on there because I doubt I'll be taking it off again in the middle at least. So yeah, I don't want this coming apart while I'm driving the car or anything like that, so I tightened it real good. And to be honest, that should be it prep wise. The car has been sitting here since September 4th, man. Just working on this whole swap. The handbrake is tightened as well. I forget to tell y'all, handbrake is all bolted in from the bottom and the top as well. The clutch pedals are in. The master cylinder is still connected, and we just got the slave cylinder in, so I don't really think there's anything else we need to do other than put the transmission in. All right, so that's gonna be pretty much it for this video, part 2 of the manual swap. Y'all really went crazy for part 1. A lot of people were asking for part 2 when part 1 had already dropped, but I appreciate y'all so much for rocking with me. We just got to get this transmission in and we should be good. Put everything back together, like the exhaust, the drive shaft, the subframe brace, and we got to wire it up to make sure it runs, and we should be good. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.